since 1991. Birds and people are living together in seemingly perfect harmony, until one day a young man catches fire. This is Phoenix.
Geek says hello, or yo, hello, and Scott says just seen it go around here at Atlanta, Delta 1516. Is the weather bad, or it was just maybe ATC or something? Welcome, Scott. Welcome, AvGeek. We are in the 321, Fenix 321 with the Sharklets today. I got some liveries for it. We're in the beautiful Rouge, and we are departing Jacksonville. There's a little bit of weather activity around Jacksonville today, so that's going to make things a little spicy, but I just updated my GSX to the latest version, and I have no idea why it's doing these weird things, but aside from that, everything's looking good. Hope you guys had a great day, and let's fly. We are on VATSIM, and we are supposed to have VATSIM online all along the East Coast. That's kind of why I chose this route. And if I pull up my OFP here, we're expecting cruising at flight level 370 today. The trip's going to take about hour 51 minute airtime. with a block time of about 2 hours and 10 minutes. And we are covering 768 miles. Should be a fun flight. Like I said, I might take a little bit extra gas just because there's a whole bunch of weather activity in around the East Coast, southern side of the U.S. So that should make things interesting. Welcome, welcome. Let's hop in. Let me turn up the sounds and get this bad boy started. We're going to load our flight today. We're doing Jacksonville to Toronto. We are, I forgot to write it down here, Rouge 1906. Cool. Let us go up to the overhead. Battery 1 got over 24 volts, and battery 2 over 24 volts. External power cone on. Nav lights, emergency exit lights armed. No smoking to auto. Crew supply oxygen on. CVR, ground control and test. Checks. Evac on captain only. Aiders to nav. Over to the McDo. Initialize our flight today. Rouge 1906. And our alternate is Waterloo CYKF. Expected en route time of hour and 51 minutes. That looks good. Cost index, let's go over to the OFP. 5370, ISO +4. So 4 degrees warmer than standard. Align the IRSs on reference. Grab the wind information. Scooch on over. Actually, let's get our ATIS. We have an ATIS available. 12585.
800. 3,600 scattered. Ceiling 5,000 broken. 13,000 broken. Temperature 26. 2.22.
Wind information.
Altimeter 3003. Simultaneous approach is in use. ILS approach to runway 8 in use. Area navigation RNP approach is available on request. Departing runways 8 and 14. VFR aircraft state direction of flight. Push and start at pilot discretion if able to push into non-movement area. Retake all runway assignments and hold short instruction. Advise on initial contact. You have information Romeo. Jacksonville International Airport ATIS information Romeo 2256 Zulu. WENTCOM. Visibility 10. Few clouds at 2,800. 3,600 scattered. Ceiling 5,000 broken. 13,000 broken. Temperature 26. 2.22. Altimeter 3003. Simultaneous approach is in use. ILS approach to runway 8 in use. Area navigation RNP approach is available on request. Departing runways 8 and 14. VFR aircraft state direction of flight. Push and start at pilot discretion if able to push into non-movement area. Retake all runway assignments and hold short instruction. Advise on initial contact. You have information Romeo.
Alright, let me get my clearance here. Jacksonville Towers online 18.3. We're on real time in the sim. Let me just double check. Live weather, live time. So it's going to be a nighttime.
Allegiant 321, split final. Soldier 5 321.
Let's see what gate we're at, just for situational awareness. We are gate
And like 1215, 5 miles final. Like 1215, reporting 5 miles final.
United
Good evening,
1215,
Gary.
winds calm.
What's going on, Gary? Welcome, welcome.
114 cleared land at 1215.
Alright, let's get our clearance, guys. Jacksonville Tower, good evening. It's Rouge 1906 at Alpha 6 with Romeo request IFR clearance to Toronto.
Rouge 1906, you're cleared to the Toronto airport via the Crosby 2 departure. Whisper transition, then is filed. Maintain 3000, expect flight level 370, 1 2 minutes after departure. Departure is offline, squawk 7304.
Clear to Toronto Pearson by the Crosby 2 departure, Whisper transition, climb 3000, expect flight level 370, 10 minutes after departure is offline, squawk 7304, Rouge 1906.
Rouge 1906, readback correct. Expect runway 8 for departure, call me for taxi.
Runway 8 for departure, will rise ready for taxi, Rouge 1906, thanks. Just me's in the house, the twoies in the house. What is going on, guys? Radio seems a bit too loud compared to your voice on my side. Yeah, I agree. The problem is, Gary, I can't get it to be loud enough so I hear it, but then not overpower my own voice. I've tried every combination. I think it's just my shitty mic, to be honest with you. But Mr. Against the Tui and Just Me, welcome, guys. Glad to see y'all here. Smashing that like button, appreciate it, appreciate it. Cool. We are headed over to a good old YYZ. We are runway 8ing for departure and Crosby 2ing for our and Whisper transitioning. And for our arrival, we are, what are we expecting? Ling 3 from Oxman, that's all I want to know. Ling 3 from Oxman, and I don't care about the runway. Good to go. Let's do my weight in balance, and I updated GSX, that's why I want to see how it looks. Let's go request boarding. GSX choice, Frontier, sure, whatever. Now this looks all messed up. I don't know why it looks pink. It's like some sort of a glitch or something. I don't like those pink spots, but Gary says no worries, it's not too bad. That's good. Smash that like button so Simple can buy a mic. Yeah, to be honest, that old headset I had from JBL that I returned to Best Buy was actually better for the mic. But whatever. As long as you guys can hear me. I know it's not probably like the greatest, but if it works, it works. And another thing I could do is
we're gonna go ahead and disconnect. Thank you.
bring down the sounds of the sim as well.
And United 1215, welcome to Jacksonville. Taxi to parking via November Romeo.
November, thank you to be in.
Okay, mass balance. Let's see on the side here. Zero fuel weight estimated 145.2. And for the payload, 160 passengers on board planned, and the block fuel of 18. I'll take a little bit more just because we're not near our maximum landing weight of 171. We're going to be landing 151, so 20,000 to play with. Take a little bit more fuel. It is some storm activity on the eastern side of the US right now. We'll take like, I don't know, 1,000 pounds more.
And Allegiant 321, welcome to Jacksonville. Taxi to parking via Golf Bravo Hotel.
Golf Alpha Hotel, 321.
146.3 and 25.7. Good. Taxi fuel 0.6 Did I activate the leaderboard, or is that a new thing on all streams? Yeah, I didn't do anything. I think that's just new. What is the percentage that can be payload cargo? I never thought of it as a percentage. That's a good question. Is there a reason why airlines limit bags to 23 pounds now? No idea. Probably, yeah, that's, they have a maximum cargo that it can carry, and I guess the carry-on is part of the, yeah, 23 pounds. Yeah, that's the carry-on, right? So that's probably counted as part of the passenger payload. But I don't know where that number comes from. For contingency, 1.6 today. For alternate, 1.4. That's to Waterloo. And FinRes of 2.7. And it doesn't hurt to get an extra weather check over here just for fun. KJAX. We'll accept the load sheet as well. 146.3 and 25.7. And we just open this just so it goes away. So as of 18:56, about 19 minutes ago, winds are calm. Fuel class 2,800, scattered 3,600, broken 5,013. A lot of cloud layers. Temperature 22, 3003. Distant north and northeast, we have some lightnings. Rain beginning at 39 past the hour, ending 53. Cool. That just came. Okay, let's do our performance and then we can go. We can get out of here. We are all boarded up and we have 19,000 confirmed on board. Runway 8 for departure. I'm gonna go wet just because, is it raining out? Not really, right? I kind of see, I don't know. Okay, maybe it's just dry. We'll go dry. Flap config optimal, force toggle no, anti-ice off, packs on, sync load sheet, takeoff weight 164,700 pounds, Mach takeoff weight 25.7, Mach 0 fuel weight was 20, or sorry, Mach 0 fuel weight 25.7, Mach takeoff weight goes down to 25.1. Whoops, don't touch that. Oh shit. There you go. Variable 25, 3003, that's good. Calculate. 50, 52, 52, 2 up 0.9 on the trim. We're going to send that to the McDo. Flex 53, 2 up 0.9, 50, 50, 52, and confirmed my side and your side, Mr. First Officer. We're going to go over here. VOR receivers go on, constraints on that. We're going to go plan and check our departure. It's going to be on the Crosby 2. Which is an RNAV departure off runway 08. Has us on a heading of pretty much east 077 to 540 feet, then climb to assigned altitude on heading 077. Okay, so 077 heading and climbing, and then it's gonna take us to Giggles. Expect Giggles, Crosby at 11,000 or higher, climb 3,000 is our top altitude. Good, and once we go to Giggles, Crosby is going to be 14,000, so good to go. No discons or anything all the way to the Ling, and then we'll pick our arrival or runway after that. Is GSX done? We'll call it done. We'll go reset position on that. Let's go fuel pumps. Seatbelt signs. APU. Starting it up. And I need to do this because my sim's a little laggy daggy. Bring that all the way down for now. We can increase it after. Alright. Airline manager, I've heard of it. Let's close up our doors as well. Okay, are we still on tower frequency? Because it's awfully quiet. 118.3. Yeah, we are. Okay, cool. And the ATIS is information Romeo still. Okay. GPU can go bye-bye. We'll pull up the elec. APU gens on standby. APU gen online, thank you. And APU bleed coming on. Passengers are complaining it's a little bit hot. We're gonna go a little bit colder in the cabins. Alright guys, I think we're good to go. We're just squawking 7304. Mode Charlie confirmed, and let's get out of here. Prepare for pushback and departure. Anybody, really. Delta, sure. So we're gonna need to taxi via Alpha 208, so pushback nose right.
Hello, Captain. We are ready for pushback.
American 213, Jacksonville Tower.
Parking brakes are set.
Departure checks completed. Bypass pin inserted.
GPU chocks and cones can go bye-bye. And we were on the whisper transition. We got that. Okay. Cool.
American 213, winds calm, runway 8, clear to land.
Locking gear. So, nose right for runway 08.
Release parking brakes, please.
Parking brakes released, you're clear to push.
Commencing push. All engines clear. Start at will.
Thank you. We'll be starting engine number 1, followed by number 2. Alright, FO. Clear on the left. How about you? Clear on the right. Starting engine number 1. And we said nose right. Hopefully they'll do that. I know it's kind of initially going to the left, but... starter cutout. And we're on the CFM engines today.
Please set parking brake.
Parking brakes going on. Set.
Waiting your confirmation for a good engine start.
Cockpit to ground.
Alright, start
We have a
engine
good
number 2.
engine start. You can disconnect.
Life jackets
Unlocking gear.
and the brace position, which you must adopt if you hear brace, brace. There are 8 emergency exits on this aircraft. The cabin crew
American
are now
213,
pointing out
welcome to
the
Jacksonville,
exits
straight ahead on hotel to parking.
Emil, what's going on?
that your
Hotel,
nearest
Tree
usable
Hotel,
exit
good night.
may be
Quebec Gatineau Railway 919 was late today,
Emergency
passing at
lighting will
Terrebonne
guide you
at
to an
lunchtime.
exit. In
What's
an
going on, Emil?
emergency,
Alright, this is going to be a little loud.
Tow truck disconnect. Left is clear. Right is
Beautiful. We got 2 good engines. Flaps set 2. Up 0.9. Auto brakes max, ground spoiler armed. Takeoff config check. Beautiful. Predicted wind shear. There she goes with the bypass pin. Lock time. Parking brakes off. And we'll call for taxi. Tower Rouge 1906 with Romeo ready, taxi 08.
Rouge 1906, runway 8, via Juliet Alpha Lima.
Juliet Alpha Lima, runway 08, Rouge 1906. Let's go. A little flight control test as well. Rudders full right, observed. Full left, observed. Neutral. Full left, observed. Neutral. Full right, observed. Neutral. Elevators full aft. Neutral. Full forward. Neutral. Flight control test complete. Cabin to go. Alright, I'm going to turn up the sounds for the departure. So we got Juliet, Alpha, and Lima. So for Juliet, we have to hang a left here. Clear left, clear right. We got the cabin ready. Hello.
The cabin is now secure for takeoff.
Thank you very much. Alright, Juliet's going to be right there, and then I'm going to follow Alpha to Lima at the end there. Skymaster, what's going on? Welcome, welcome. Skymaster, another Toronto streamer. I was just checking out your stream before I had to stream. Watching you live while live, yeah.
Circumstate Tower, good afternoon. This is
Appreciate
Delta
it.
787 reporting established on runway 08.
There was a little bit of weather activity around Florida, but I don't think it's affecting the airport. Might encounter it on the climb a little bit, but so it's going to be Juliet. We're going to hang a right here and follow Alpha to Lima for runway 08. Have a great flight. Appreciate it. Thanks for dropping by, Skymaster. You as well. Ground looks kind of wet, but I don't know if that's just the texture, how it looks with the sunset reflecting on the pavement, or it was raining
Delta
earlier.
787 on final of runway 08.
Aircraft calling, say again.
Delta 787 on final runway 08.
Yeah, Delta 787, you are cleared to land, runway 8.
Clear to land, Delta 787.
Beautiful sunset departure coming up. Okay, Alpha coming up. Clear right. And clear left. We got an aircraft on final for 8. There they are, landing right now. So per the departure, we're just going to maintain runway heading 077.
Delta 787 runway vacated, requesting taxi to 08.
Delta 787, welcome to Jacksonville. Taxi to parking via Alpha Hotel.
Taxiing to parking via Alpha Hotel, Delta 787.
I'm just going to roll it over to Lima at the end there. Clear left, clear right. Let me see if anybody else is online yet from Jacksonville Approach or Lexical center, maybe. Nope. Okay, so it's going to be 122.8.
And Rouge 1906, on-course departure is approved, winds calm, runway 8 cleared for takeoff.
On course approved, runway 8 clear for takeoff, Rouge 1906. Alright. On course approved. So we're gonna hang a left 400 feet and we'll track direct.
Delta 787, we are
Giggles.
requesting gate Alpha 10 if that's possible.
Final clear.
Delta 787, that's approved, straight ahead to Alpha 10.
Clear right.
Alpha 10, Delta 787.
Alright chat, you guys ready? Let's go to Toronto. Stable, set takeoff thrust. Manflex 53 SRS runway auto thrust blue.
Delta 787, we are gate turning engine.
Plus set. Hundred knots. V1. Rotate. Pause the rate. You're up. Nav. Check. Pull a heading. We'll keep this till 1,000 feet.
And Rouge 1906, departures offline, frequency change to advisors approved. Have a good night.
Over to advisory Rouge 1906. Good night. Plus climb. If I could get it inclined. Come on, go to the climb lever. Direct. Giggles. Insert. Let's see what we can do about this lever ASIM. There we go. Flaps 1. Speed check flap 1. Got that lever ASIM again. There we go. Jacksonville traffic Rouge 1906 2600 climbing. Departure to the north. Last call. That was terrible. Flaps up. Plus climb, open climb. We'll do 370. Go autopilot. Alright, let's try to fix this lever thing. Alright, that lever ASIM is kind of annoying. Okay, we got 28 degrees out. Derek giggles, crossing it at 1,000 or higher. Into the soup we go. There's all the weather I was talking about. But we don't have a working weather radar here on the Phoenix. And we'll go managed climb. So climb 370 blue. Boy. Okay, climbing through 10,000. Bug up, accelerate, pressurization, cabin altitude 2150 and pressurizing, delta P 3.5 and increasing. I'm gonna go, I'll keep the seatbelt signs on until we pass this layer over here on top of us. So that looks good. Hold your ears, this is gonna be loud. Actually, let me just turn down the sounds. Oh, that looks good. Beautiful. Let's check out VATSIM, see if there's any ATC online, which there looks like there is. So we departed out of Jacksonville, we're right here. There's some heavy weather in front of us. We're just getting the remnants of it here. There's actually at Jacksonville Center went offline. There's Atlanta Center, but we're not gonna get there. But there's some nasty weather near Raleigh-Durham right now. The cells are oh, I wouldn't want to fly through those cells at all. Ideally, we'd reroute ourselves, go like that, but Oh yeah, I can also turn on my terrain LOD real quick again. Turn it higher. Go 165. Alright, coming through transition. Flight level 180, standard 3 times. Good. That looks great.
There's DIY.
Alright, we're just climbing away. Look at that beautiful blue sky on top of all this. Gorgeous. There's the coast of northern Florida. Going towards Whisper on the transition. Kind of hugging the east coast of Florida here, and then we're going to start flying more inland. This is where all the storm activity is around ATL. Alright, seatbelt signs can come off. Beautiful. Looking for my fuel burn, so I'd whisper expected EFOP 13.9. I took 1,000 extra, so I need 14.9 by, yep, so I'm at 15.36 and about 13 out from whisper, so we're looking pretty good on the fuel burn. In the washroom. That's still pretty impressive for a narrow body to have 6 seats. -2, give me anti-ice. Anti-ice on. Alright, we're pretty much about to break out over the weather layer. And that's the beautiful tropopause with his normal weather. We're gonna turn off the anti-ice. And it is Thursday, so usually on Thursdays there's VATSIM online for Toronto. Hopefully we'll get a full VATSIM arrival. gonna up my cost index for the sake of getting there sooner. Let's see how much we can push it. Rouge management's not going to be happy with us burning so much extra gas, but we'll get the passengers there sooner. Anti-ice again. I thought we were through it. Hey, amateur pilot, what's going on? Yeah, I'm on VATSIM right now. But I'm on Unicom, or advisory as they call it. There's no ATC. We had Jacksonville Tower online on departure, but we will encounter ATC on our way. So Washington Center's online, Atlanta Center's online. Let's see, where are we here? Yeah, we're over here, just getting past the blue stuff. This is where all the nasty stuff is. It seemed to all pass below us, to the south of us, to the east, over the Atlantic, so we're good. But coming up to Atlanta, or not Atlanta, Charlotte, we're gonna have some nasty weather underneath us probably. We're gonna fly over it. And the Atlanta Center is going to want to talk to us. Alright, flight level 345 for 370. I loaded an approach in Anybuild's A320 last night. It was so off from the published charts. Apparently looked as if NCDU took shortcuts and removed some waypoints in between. Did you make sure you loaded it via the correct waypoint that you wanted to? Sometimes, like if I put arrival, ILS, if you wanted to follow an exact routing from far out, outside of the intermediate approach fix, like if you want to start from the initial approach fix, make sure you go to VIA and you pick the correct one. But other than that, I haven't really tried the Any builds in a while, so I don't know. Is there a way I could add those waypoints on programmed approach as it is in the chart? It was RNP AR Yankee 02 VNKT via Dark A. Yeah, so make sure you pick the via Dark A, and if it still doesn't pick up all the waypoints, it should, and if it doesn't, then as a last resort, you can always type it in manually and put it in here, plug it in. But I'm gonna turn the anti-ice off. Whoops, forgot our beacon light. Never mind. Alright, we're far out. We're still 640 miles out. Alright, see ya. Alright, we got Mach Alt Cruise 370. We're in cruise now. Bring the sounds down. I'll leave you guys with this beautiful view here for a while, and I'm gonna take a break. And we're gonna come back to have some ATC online. We're gonna be crossing Jacksonville Center, or Atlanta Center airspace, and he's online, so I'll leave you guys like this. Actually, drone cam. Alright guys, I'll be right back. Like 10-15 minutes. What's up, guys? I'm back. Your Sim CFI, welcome. This is a Jazz 175 route now. Nice. Pretty sure Rouge has this in real life as well. I kind of randomly picked this based on ATC availability, but I'm pretty sure Rouge does fly to Jacksonville from Toronto. We got a company message. Rouge Ops wants ADC delay code for 9 minutes. So we're just gonna blame it on the dispatch. I believe it was 0D1 for 9-minute delay. So that just means incorrect departure time. Blame it on the dispatcher. Poor dispatcher. Throw him under the bus. Under the Airbus. We'll throw him under the Airbus. There we are. Kind of north of Charlotte. ADC received, beautiful. Got about 500 miles to go. Atlanta Center wants us to contact 132-975.
Alright, apologies. Wait, can you repeat that?
Contact Washington Center 133.72 and they'll give that to you.
Alright, contact Washington Center 133.725 American 372. See ya.
Atlanta Center is Rouge 1906, checking in flight level 370.
Rouge 1906, Atlanta radar contact.
Alright, beautiful. Thankfully he wasn't too mad with us for missing the call.
Allegiant 777, Jackson's request to maintain level 340.
Beautiful.
Alright, we'll listen to maintain 340, Allegiant 777.
ATC now.
Awareness Center, Skyhawk 688 Charlie Sierra. Number 688 Charlie Sierra, line good. Sir, just departed Gatlinburg VFR, looking to pick up our IFR to Murfreesboro. Number 8 Charlie Sierra, Squawk 7250. Squawk 7250, 8 Charlie Sierra.
Atlanta Blue Streak 5619, can we get a distance here?
Blue Streak 5619, descend and maintain level 290.
Alright, going down. 290 Blue Streak 5619.
Ray, Charlie Sierra, radar contact a mile and a half east of the Gatlinburg Airport, altitude at 2,200. Knoxville altimeter is 3000. Cleared to Murfreesboro Airport as filed. Climb and maintain 6,000.
Right. Altitude checks 3000. Cleared to Murfreesboro as filed. Climb maintain 6,008 Charlie Sierra.
Neo 204, contact Atlanta approach 133.47.
Alright.
Number 1, Tango Whiskey, Jacksonville is closed for the time being. There will be standing on shortly. Frequency changes approved.
Frequency change approved. Thank you very much. One Tango Whiskey.
Southwest 2277, clear to KJAX.
Clear direct KJAX. Southwest 2277.
Lots of leg room on this seat, on this row. Row 08. Emergency exit row.
Allegiant 777, contact Jack Center 135.92.
135.92, Allegiant 777, take care, good night.
Good day. Blue Streak 5619, descend via the Jonesy 5 arrival, landing north, Charlotte altimeter is 3000.
Alright, Jonesy 5 landing north, 3000.
Doors are armed, obviously.
Blue Streak 5619, scattered moderate heavy precipitation. Begins 12 o'clock and 35 miles extending inbound to the Charlotte Airport.
5619, what's by descending aviation is.
You can go back in cockpit.
Roger. Rouge 1906, contact Washington Center 133.72.
3372, Rouge 1906, good night.
Yep.
Center American 4363, 3000.
Who is calling? What was the last?
Center American 4363, split level 3000.
American 4363, you're leaving my airspace. New York Center, Boston Center's offline. Free change approved.
Free change approved as well.
DC Center, ExitJet 450, flight level 430.
ExitJet 450, Washington Center, roger.
Washington Center, good evening. Rouge 1906, flight level 370.
Rouge 1906, Washington Center, roger.
Washington Center, American 156, passing 10,000.
American 156, Washington Center, climb and maintain flight level 320.
320, American 156.
This is Delta 2088, passing flight level 170, climbing to flight level 320.
Delta 2088, Washington Center, squawk 7176.
American 1252 descending through 31,000.
American 1252, Washington Center, descending to CAPS 3 arrival, Richmond altimeter
2996.
Cap 3, copy altimeter for 1252.
And American 1252, squawk 1304.
1304.
Delta 131, contact Atlanta Center 132.97.
3297, Delta 131.
Center Delta 456.0350 about troops 5. Delta 456, Washington Center to send me the troops 5 arrival, Dallas altimeter 2996.
We're sending the troops 5, 299. 143, we're going to have to max out here at flight level 330.
United 143, roger, maintain flight level 330. I'll show that as your final Boston.
Looks like we're on the KJAX 69 airway. Let's get a fuel check. We have 11.5 on board, and we're tracking Lundo.
Washington Center, Jazz 785, 17000. Jazz
So
785, Washington
this,
Center. Climb and maintain flight level 340. 340, Jazz 785.
7.7 plus one extra, or actually it's the left number. So 10.4, I took an extra 1,000, so 11.4 I need by Lundo. I have exactly 11.48. Beautiful. So fuel burn is exactly as planned.
Washington Center, good evening, American 3236 through 15,000 for flight level 190, I need one.
American 3236, Washington Center, climb and maintain flight level 360.
Climb maintain flight level 360, American 3236.
Sunwing 3781.
Logo and wing lights, I'm gonna throw them on. Hold on guys, 1 sec.
Someone was calling, I don't know what you said though. United 143, what's your Mach number?
United 143 is Mach 8.
United 143, roger, maintain outer greater space. United 703,
right.
Mach 0.81.
Had to get a little snack for the way.
American 1252, Potomac approach now 118.905.
1895 for 1252.
I'm sorry, American 1252, 119.85.
Is that for 1252 or 1282?
American 1252, Potomac approach on 119.85.
119.85.
Thank you. Endeavor 5171 to set a maintain 17,000, Atlantic City altimeter 2997.
17 and 2997, Endeavor 5171.
American 1420.
We'll do Mach 81.
United 143 cross news at maintain flight level 270, 27 at news. Jazz 785, New York Center offline, radar service terminated, frequency change approved, good day.
Ojo Advisor 785, have a good night.
Washington Center, hello, American 1420, flight level 380, 20 miles from top of the fence.
American 1420, Washington Center to set a maintain flight level 180.
And flight level 180, American 1420.
Check the weather in Toronto here. Half an hour ago, winds are 250 at 7, 15 statute miles visibility, fuel clouds 2,200, broken 5,000, broken 7,600. Temperature 162.13, altimeter 2986.
380, 38 grand.
So not looking too bad in Toronto.
Southwest 1680, climb and maintain flight level 380. United 703, cross news at maintain flight level 270, 27 at news.
27 at news, nice another.
American 156, contact Jack Center 135.902.
135-902, American 156, see ya.
See ya. United 143, contact Boston Center 133.45. Endeavor 5171, New York Center, New York approach closed, radar service terminated, frequency change approved, good day.
Switching to the dark side, thanks for the service, Endeavor 5171.
That sunset
United
looked kind of
703,
saturated.
contact Boston Center 133.45.
First thing on your to-do list should be to identify all overhead power lines.
See ya.
Power lines are a leading cause of electrical death in Ontario. To stay safe and alive, always keep yourself and your equipment at least 3 meters away from
American 372 to send you the CAPS 3 arrival, Richmond altimeter 2996.
Regional altimeter 2996 to send via the CAPS 3 arrival, American 372.
Washington Center, American 1843 with you, flight level 200, climbing 230.
American 1843, Washington Center, climb and maintain flight level 270.
270, 184, American 1843.
All right.
November 7, Romeo Papa, contact
ATIS
Boston
is
Center
not in range quite yet.
133.45. Sweet 457.
According to what I see on Navigraph,
Washington.
field is
Washington
VFR.
American 3236. Is there any chance we can get 3
And they're
4 and
landing
then
runway
36 with Atlanta or JAX?
24 right.
Yeah, that's
and
fine.
23.
American 3236, maintain flight level 34034. Alright, climb maintain 340, American 3236, thank you.
So we'll plan for 24 right. So that puts us on a left downwind for 24 right. Ling, Youth, Bimpo,
Center
Verco,
United 716 with you
Mayrod,
perform.
United 716, Washington, run.
Denki, Davco or Dav, No, and Donal, and then Pikma, Ebdal, Noha.
American 1420, cross billet at 1000, the Baltimore altimeter 2994.
Billet at 14,000, 2994, American 1420.
And just to verify, billet at 1011.
11,000, thanks.
American 1843, I'm getting a no altitude readout on your transponder. Can you try to recycle it?
Sure.
I'm
American
happy with that,
1843.
insert that. 7.2.
How now, American 1843?
Around
I'm not getting
3.4
anything,
less
but American
than
1843,
1.
climb and maintain flight level
So
310 and report level at 310.
310, and we'll report one level, American 1843.
153.4
Actually, I just got it back. American 1843,
for
climb and maintain
landing.
flight level 390, I'm showing you leaving 26 too.
Okay, firm leaving 26 up to 390, American 1843.
I haven't done 24 right in the sim. I always do 24 left. I'm looking forward to a
Who was the other
24
one
right.
calling?
Low auto brakes. Landing distance available 9,700. We only need 8,350. So low auto brakes is just fine. Selected.
United 716, descend via the Filbo 3 rival, the Philly altimeter 2996.
Semi the Filbo 3 rifle, altimeter 2996, United 716 heavy.
So ILS 24 right. Yeah, I don't think I've ever done it in the sim. Or maybe I'm not remembering now, but it's like 99% of the time we do 24 left when we're doing the 24s. Okay, we're expecting ILS runway 24 right into Toronto, chart 11-8
Descend and maintain flight level 350.
from effective 20th of February. Localizers India November Victor 109.3. It'll be tuned in after. Final approach course 237. And ILS minimums 796 on the barrel. That's
Was that
set.
American 122?
We're expecting it from Pikma or inside of Pikma before Ebdal if we get vectored. And if we have to go missed, climb heading 237 to 1.5 DME and left turn, climbing left into 3000, heading 189 to intercept outbound YYZ radial 189 to Petbo and hold. We're expecting SSALS type and PAPIs and runway and indicator lights.
American 1420, contact Potomac approach 119.85.
119 right 5, American
Threats, it's
1420.
nighttime.
Good evening, Washington Center, Delta 1024 with you, flight level
familiar with
370.
Toronto, we go there all the time.
Potomac approach 119.85.
But aside from that,
1185, Delta
we'll have
436.
VATSIM ATC online and we'll just follow their instructions. Any questions? No questions.
Stay firm, report back.
Cool.
Thank you. Delta 1024, Washington Center, got your check-in at 370. Hello?
Hello, Delta 1024.
Washington Center, American 797, flight level 370.
American 797, Washington Center, roger.
Washington Center, WestJet 2513.
WestJet 2513.
Sir, I'm currently in observer mode. I want to just connect in your state staff. Pearson. I'm 40 miles south of the Richmond VOR. If I can connect to regular mode.
Yeah, it's fine. Go ahead.
And Washington Center now, WestJet 2513, 40 miles southeast of the Richmond VOR at 340.
WestJet 2513, squawk 6227.
6227, WestJet 2513.
American 315, Washington, Roger. Rouge 1906, contact Cleveland Center, 119.87.
119.87, Rouge 1906, good night.
Good night.
Traffic short 10 o'clock, 20 miles southbound, a Boeing 737, flight level 280, should be no factor.
Cleveland Center, good evening, Rouge 1906, flight level 370.
Rouge 1906, Cleveland Center, Roger.
Alright.
Cleveland Center, Jet 785, 40 miles south of Stony Fork, VOR, flight level 340.
785, Cleveland Center, radar contact position as reported, hello.
So right now, guys, even if you're in visible moisture, it's an example of when you don't need the engine anti-ice.
Delta 2630, say Mac.
Because it's the static air temperature outside is minus 55.
2620, Roger, do not
even
exceed
if
Mac
this is minus 10 degrees, which is minus 27, which that condition is true.
256, say
because
Mac.
this is over, it's colder than minus 40. We don't need the engine anti-ice. Now, if you're in descent, that doesn't apply. You need it regardless. But if you're in climb and cruise in the Airbus, SAT, minus 40 or colder, you don't need the anti-ice.
Left heading 030, vectors in trial safety.
030, 2630.
Back in 709 Bravo, descend and maintain flight level 250. Delta 1407, descend and maintain flight level 330.
Center, good evening, Delta 375 Heavy with you, leaving 10.8.
2075, Cleveland Center, hello, climb maintain flight level 210, select speed restriction.
Believe the speed up to flight level 240, Delta 375 Heavy.
Delta 1407, descend and maintain flight level 330.
Down to flight level 330, Delta 1407.
American 709 Bravo, descend and maintain flight level 250.
Descend and maintain flight level 250, American 709 Bravo.
Delta 1407, contact Washington 133.72.
133.72, Delta 1407, have a good one.
Check, check, I want to see how I hear my own sound on stream. Check, 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 check.
Okay, 690, Cleveland Center, climb maintain flight level 350.
Okay, it's not bad.
Cleveland Center, WestJet 1428, passing flight level 280 for 360 inbound Panda.
WestJet 1428, Cleveland Center.
Guys, hit that like button if you're enjoying the stream.
360.
I'd appreciate it.
Flight maintain 360, WestJet 1428.
Back in 1981, cross Wozy, at and maintain 17,000, Buffalo, altimeter 29903.
Alright, cross Wozy at 17,000, 29903, American 1981.
We confirm the altitude 17,000.
17,000, American 1981.
We got a lot of VATSIM available right now.
Heavy, climbing flight level 270, climbing flight level 360 out of flight level 270 currently.
Back 482 equivalent center. Giant 55,
right here,
defend Villa bombs to
about to
arrival,
enter,
metro altimeter 3, correction
Cleveland
29993.
Center airspace. So it was an early
Send
handoff
the bones to
from Washington to Cleveland.
Detroit altimeter 29903 for Giant 55.
So we flew above all the storms and the cells near Atlanta and Charlotte.
JetBlue 256, clear direct
Looks like
contact.
we'll have full, because it's Thursday, VATSIM Thursdays, Toronto Thursdays on VATSIM, we'll have full ATC, Toronto Center, Toronto Approach, probably Towers online too. Sweet. That's what I like to see.
Delta 2630, clear direct contact.
Clear direct contact, 2630.
Back in 2353, welcome to Buffalo, taxi Alpha to the terminal. Have a nice day.
Cleveland Center, Fairway 2145, at 9,000 for 17,000.
Runway 2145, Cleveland Center, delete the speed restrictions,
Okay,
comma,
we got
maintain
YYZ is
level
in
360.
range 120825. We can do that on COM 2.
Delete speed restrictions and climb, flight level 360, Fairway 2145.
We can monitor the ATIS
JetBlue 256, contact Boston, 123.75.
175, good night, JetBlue 256.
7,600 broken. Temperature. Altimeter 2986. Approach ILS runway 24 right. And ILS runway 23. Simultaneous parallel approach in effect. Landing runway 24 right and 23. Departure runway 23 and 24. Notices to air emissions voice advisory. Goose and small bird activity in the Toronto International Area. Inform ATC that you have information.
2630, contact Boston, 123.75.
Toronto International 8 is information Sierra weather at 0000 Zulu. Wind
Back in 1981, cross Wozy, at and maintain
2,200. 5,000 broken. 7,600 broken. Temperature 16. 2.13. Altimeter
Julio, in the transition, maintain speed
Approach ILS runway 24 right. And ILS runway 23. Simultaneous parallel approach.
Cool. We got ATIS information Sierra.
Echo 690 for traffic, stop your climb flight level 290.
24 right is in there. I'm excited
American
to do
1981,
24
sorry,
right.
for crossing traffic, just stop your descent flight level 310.
310.
I'm excited to land 24 right. We always do 24 left. Cool. And we said final approach course 237, so
Back in 709 Bravo, New York, offline, radar services terminated, frequency change.
057 is the reciprocal.
Frequency
We'll
change
put a fixed
approved.
ring.
American 709 Bravo.
Delta 375, contact Toronto 125.77.
Toronto 12577, thanks for your help.
Delta 169, radar services terminated, frequency change approved.
Center, American 1724, checking in with you. Currently at 6,500 for 7,000.
Beautiful.
Climate via this.
There's our 10 mile and 5 mile fixed rings and extended
American
runway center
1724,
line.
7 center, climb maintain flight level 350, delete the speed restrictions.
Alright, climb. Flight level 350.
And roughly to start my descent.
Runway 2145, contact Chicago 134.87.
134.87, first bear range 2145,
I'm
yeah.
going to be at CDAB. This is for runway 5 and 6, so not that one. We want the one...
American 1981 traffic is your about 2 o'clock in 10 miles eastbound, an Airbus A320 level 290 should be no factor.
Well, you got the traffic site,
We'll be at youth at
Account 690, I told you to stop your climb level 290. I show you exceeding that. Climb maintain flight level 300.
So if I want to be at youth at 12,000 from 37,000, that's 25 to lose times 3, 75. We'll call it 70.
That's 785 across CYYZ at and maintain 17,000.
That's when I want to start my descent.
2990 in transition, speed 250.
Pretty much in line with what the McDo calculates, so we're good.
Cross Woozy at 17,000 and in the transition 250 knots, Jeff 785.
I'm going to turn the cabin lights down a little bit. We'll make it
15
25.
kilo jet, clearance center, hello.
Yeah, that's a nice evening ambiance inside the cabin. You don't want to flood it with light.
Cleveland Center, American 1981. We seem to be clear of that traffic that was crossing underneath. Can we get further descent?
Yep, just about to call you, just going to maintain 17,000 down in transition speed 270 knots.
17,000, 270 knots, American 1981.
So just to review the waypoints one more time, it's Oxman.
Stand by, Canada 690, climb maintain
Tim's.
flight level 350.
Or Timmels, My Pal, Ling.
Who else is calling me?
Bimbo.
Delta 491 is back with you.
At 8,000.
191, welcome back.
210 knots. Alright, good. We're still about 90 miles out till top of drop.
Cactus 19, contact Washington 133.73.
Washington 33.72, Cactus 19, good night.
Got 785, reduce speed 250.
Speed 250, Jack 785.
American 1981, just want to confirm your speed now?
Speed is 290, we're flying at 270, American 1981.
I know, quick is better, 290, you can keep 290, or better if you can.
Okay, 290, American 1981.
Cleveland Center, good evening, Southwest 3505, descending Fuga 7, 19.9.
Southwest 3505, Cleveland Center on a contact, cross Whiskey at and maintain 10,000, Pittsburgh, altimeter 29904.
Whiskey at 10,000, Southwest 3505.
Beautiful. Just waiting for a top of drop.
Cleveland, Republic 3310, back with you.
Back.
I wonder at what point does it auto-tune the FMS make do for the arrival. So right now we got it, India November Victor 109.
690, contact
3,
Boston,
final approach course 237.
123.75. United 254, Indy's closed, radar services terminated, frequency change approved.
Yep.
Roger, Indy's closed, and thank you for the ATC there, Cleveland, and have a good evening. 254 over the Unicon.
Thank you. Southwest 3505, expect the ILS runway 28 left.
ILS 28 left, Southwest 3505.
And again, we don't have any weather radar on board the
Cleveland
Phoenix.
Center, Delta 530 heavy at 7,000, climbing 17,000.
So we're not going to really be dodging anything
530
on our
Cleveland
way.
Center,
Plus
climb
the weather in Toronto's not that bad either.
Speed restrictions.
400 for Delta 530 heavy, thanks.
Giant 55, contact Detroit approach 126.22.
We could have used the weather radar on our departure out
Over to
of
Detroit approach 126
Jacksonville.
for Giant 55.
We used 30 pounds more on from the left side than the right so far. Pretty balanced fuel usage. And
Giant 785, contact Toronto
vibrations all look
125.77.
normal.
125.77, Jet 785, have a good night.
Cleveland Center, hello from Delta 117, currently on the list for departure out of Detroit, climbing past 11,000 to
Ground speed
17,000.
496 with some tailwind components.
Delta 117, Cleveland Center, hello, maintain flight level 410 for the speed restrictions.
Delete speed restrictions up to 410 for Delta 117.
Delta 191.
So we're tracking 019 towards Oxman, 67 miles.
Level 15 Kilo Juliet cross Wozy at and maintain 17,000. The Buffalo altimeter 29093.
29093, cross Wozy out and maintain 17,000, 15 kilo Juliet.
To join the link 3.
Yeah, to 1241 across Brandon at and maintain flight level 270.
Now Toronto Center is going to be on
United 1241 across Brandon at and maintain flight level 270.
For when we get to it.
Officer 47, disregard.
Cleveland Center, good evening, District 5667, with you, flight level 230.
District 5667, Cleveland Center, climb maintain flight level 390.
Climb maintain flight level 390, District 5667.
Cleveland Center, WestJet 2513 at 360.
First American 1981, contact Toronto 125.77.
12577, American 1981.
WestJet 2513, Cleveland Center, Russia.
And clear the center United 2641 Heavy, flight level 360.
Roger, 2641, Cleveland Center, climb maintain flight level 380.
That's 38 for United 2641.
40 miles till top of drop.
126 passing, 1000 for 175.
2126, Cleveland Center, climb maintain flight level 360. Delete the speed restrictions.
After 360, delete speed restrictions at 2126.
Southwest 7505, just to maintain 6000.
Down to 6000, Southwest 3505.
Okay, so still the same weather information. We'll go with that. Altimeter 2986 in Toronto.
Yeah, actually 1241 for traffic, stop your descent level 360.
Cleveland Center, Delta 314, flight level 350, north of the clocks, where we are.
Delta 314, Cleveland Center, at contact position, as reported. Yeah, actually 1241 traffic, your 2 o'clock in 25 miles northeastbound, an Airbus A320.
Negative on the traffic, we're looking for
Fine. Delta 314 traffic, you're about 9-10 o'clock, 20 miles. Site Boeing 777, Sound Cross.
We're looking at Delta 314.
$20 miles till top of drop. If you're just joining us, I'd really appreciate a
Officer 7456,
like.
contact Boston 123.75.
Boston 12375, Boston
Let's see if we
47.
can get to 10 likes on the stream.
It is 1241 main traffic.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna go normal speed now. And we can bring down our cost index to a more
November
reasonable
150
number.
Juliet, contact Toronto 125.77.
125.771, Kilo Juliet, times 360, good night.
Issue 5667, just want to confirm what's your next waypoint.
Or direct Mickey for Blue Streak 5667.
Issue 5667, Roger, proceed direct for Papa Sierra Bravo.
Direct Papa Sierra Bravo for Blue Streak 5667.
Good second, what's that? 1583, 11 Alpha 17,000.
Yeah, actually 1241, you're clear of traffic, just going to maintain flight level 270. Contact Washington 133.72.
Ooh, we got Toronto approach, Toronto Tower, beautiful. And Toronto ground.
Westjet 1583, Cleveland Center, call maintain flight level 360.
I'm gonna ask for descent.
Oh,
We are ready. Rouge 1906, request descent.
Rouge 1906, just going to maintain 16,000. The Erie altimeter 29902.
Descent maintain 16,000, 29902, Rouge 1906.
I'm sorry, Westjet 1583, you guys slept for about 2 minutes, I think I'm straight to left.
That's fine, no need to report back.
Roger.
Alright, descent. Flight level 160.
Echo 1085, Cleveland, roger. Southwest 7305, just going to maintain 4,000.
Down to 4,000, Southwest 3505.
Delta 530, radar services terminated, frequency change approved. WestJet 1428, radar services terminated, frequency change approved.
Over to you, WestJet 1428.
FedEx 483, radar services terminated, frequency change approved.
Alright, over advising FedEx 483 so long.
And Delta 2126, radar services terminated, frequency change approved.
Route advisory, Delta 2126, good night.
We'll put our TCAS to traffic below us since we're on the descent.
Cleveland Center, this is American 2260, checking in. American 2260, correct. Sorry, American 2260, Cleveland Center, roger, call maintain flight level 280 to speed restrictions. 280 for 260.
Cleveland Center, Canada 842, with flight level 18,000.
842, Cleveland Center, radar contact 20 Southing, Ithaca via Oahu.
Cleveland Center, low air conduct C2 for the turn question 1,500, climbing 17,000, and speed out to 80 knots.
Okay, 6247, Cleveland Center, climb maintain flight level 390.
Some spoilers.
390 nominal speed, air conduct C2 47.
Center Westjet 1583, we're back.
Okay.
Air Canada 223 is with you at flight level 360, direct.
Okay, 223, Cleveland Center, hello. Southwest 2505, turn left heading 360, vector to approach.
Left turn 360, Southwest 3505.
So we're here. We're still not on the map yet. Tracking still 010 to Timmels.
Echo 1085, traffic's your 10 o'clock, 30 miles westbound of Boeing 777,000 above, should be no factor.
Roger, Air Canada 985.
2641, traffic's your 10 o'clock, about 20 miles northbound of Boeing 777, should be no factor. Southwest 2505, 5 miles from Hallin, turn left heading 310, maintain 4,000 until established on the localizer, clear to the ILS, runway 28 left approach.
Left turn 310, maintain 4,000, cleared ILS 28 left approach, Southwest 3505.
Southwest 2505, pit wind 210 at tree, runway 28 left, clear to land.
Check the winds, clear to land 28 left, Southwest 3505.
Cleveland Center, Delta 1329 at crossing 13,000 feet for 17,000.
Delta 1329, Cleveland Center, climb maintain flight level 380.
Climb maintain flight level 380, Delta 1329.
American
Center,
2246, that was 2, I think, Southwest 2046, Cleveland Center, climb maintain flight level 220.
220, clear sound, 90%.
Alright, flight level 203, descending 16,000.
Cruising 5667, descend and maintain flight level 250.
Descend and maintain flight level 250, Blue Streak 5667.
West at 1583, Chicago is
Yeah, we're on the
offline,
map
radar
now.
service terminated, frequency change approved.
333 West at 1583, we'll see ya.
Delta 1970.
Number 5231 out of Detroit, Howie 4, departure climbing to 6,900.
5231, Cleveland Center, climb maintain flight level 290, delete speed restrictions.
290, negative speed restrictions for 5231.
Rouge 1906, contact Toronto, 125.77.
125.77, Rouge 1906, connect.
Right.
Toronto Center, hello, Rouge 1906, 17,900, descending 16,000.
Rouge 1906, Toronto Center, good evening. Toronto formation is Tango, climb runway 24 right, descend 11,000. Toronto altimeter 2986.
824 right, 11,000, and we'll pick up Tango, Rouge 1906. Oops. Standard. Okay, transition 2986, and let's get Tango. 110 or 11,000 blue. 270 at 11 knots. Altimeter 2984. So 2984 is what we're looking for. Set once, twice, and 3 times.
November 15 Kilo Juliet, contact arrivals 132.8.
We're just about to do a left downwind for 24 right, and I was just telling people that I've never landed 24 right in the sim. I probably have. I'm exaggerating, but never. But I have. But like 99% of the time when we're landing west, it's either 2-3 or 2-4 right or 2-4 left. So excited about a 2-4 right landing. Shorter taxi. Toronto approach is going to be 132.8. We'll get that in the standby. And we got information Tango. Again, winds 270 at 11, 15 statute miles, fuel clouds 2,000, fuel clouds 5,000, broken 7,300, broken 10,000, temperature 162.12, altimeter 2984, approach ILS 24 right and 243, simultaneous approaches and use.
Good evening, Toronto Center, Air Canada 827 Heavy, flight level 382.
Air Canada 827 Heavy, Toronto Center, good evening. Toronto formation is Tango, when ready, descend flight level 240.
When ready, descend 240, how you doing there?
Descending 1,000.
Good, thanks. Rouge 1906, contact arrivals 132.8, good night.
132.8, Rouge 1906, good night. Turn arrival, hello, Rouge 1906, 12500, descending 11,000 with Tango.
Rouge 1906, Toronto arrival, good day. Information Tango is current, runway 24 right, the altimeter is 2986, descend 8,000.
Okay, descend 8,000, 2986 for 24 right, Rouge 1906. I'll take care of the speed now. We'll turn up the sounds. Hopefully you guys can still hear me over the
Jet 785, turn left, heading 270, intercept, good day, ILS, runway 24 right approach.
70 to intercept the ILS 24 right, Jet 785.
Delta 375, descend 4,000.
4,000, Delta 375 then.
Canada 498, contact the tower, 118.7, good day.
Wait, sorry.
Tower's 18.7.
November 15 Kilo Juliet, descend 6,000.
Give me the seatbelt signs.
6,000, 15 Kilo.
10,000. And we're gonna check the pressurization. We are depressurizing, cabin altitude 3,700 and descending. Check. Here comes profile, down at 8,000 we go. And it is 13
Delta 375,
degrees
turn left, heading 330.
on the skin. We're gonna go landing system.
Left heading 330, Delta 375 heavy.
And approach. VAP 140.
5 Kilo Juliet, descend 4,000.
4,000, 5 Kilo.
We'll give it some speed brakes to get down there sooner.
Please help us by handing in any rubbish, newspapers, or magazines that you do not want to keep. The toilets are no longer in service.
Speed brakes retract.
Did I call sign again?
2022
Delta 375, turn left, heading 270 to intercept, good the ILS runway 24 right approach.
K270 to intercept, cleared ILS 24 right approach, Delta 375 heavy.
November 2022 Lima, your identified climb 5,000.
5,000.
Alright, speed outstar.
Rouge 1906, descend 6,000.
Times 6,000, Rouge 1906.
Ches 785, 170 knots or greater till NOAA, at NOAA contact the tower, 118.7, good day.
Greater till NOAA, at NOAA contact towers, Jet 785.
Check, flaps 1.
Delta 375 speed is free as for the approach clearance, just clarification.
Delta 375 heavy, can you repeat?
Just saying the speed is free as for the approach clearance, just for clarification.
Okay, free speed, Delta 375 heavy.
November 2022 Lima, proceed direct, mix it on course, climb 1000.
There's a field. We're landing this way, 24 right. India November Victor 109.3.
Rouge 1906, descend 4,000.
Descend 4,000, Rouge 1906. plus 12 degrees on the skin. Getting warmer, 213.
5 Kilo Juliet, turn left heading 330.
Left heading 330, 5 Kilo Juliet.
We're going to have a little bit of crosswind component from the right because winds are 270, we're landing 24.
November 2022 Lima, contact Toronto Center 125.77, good day.
Alright, speed out.
Delta 375, contact tower now 118.7.
Over to tower 18.7, thanks for your help, Delta 375 Heavy.
Kilo Juliet, turn left heading 270, intercept through the ILS runway 23 approach.
Left heading 270, intercept on clear ILS 23 approach 150.
Alright, just waiting to turn base. We got traffic to our 10 o'clock-ish. I don't see anything. Alright, he should be turning us inbound soon.
Rouge 1906, turn left heading 330.
Left heading 330, Rouge 1906. There it is. Left heading 330. I'll slow us down to slat maneuvering speed.
Toronto, good evening, WestJet 254, passing 1500 for 5.
WestJet 254, Toronto arrival, good day, you're identified, climb 7000.
7000, WestJet 254.
Landing right there, 24 right.
WestJet 254, turn left direct Sabre on course, climb for level 230.
Direct Sabre up to 230, WestJet 254.
Rouge 1906, turn left heading 270, intercept through the ILS runway 24 right approach.
Left heading 270, intercept cleared ILS 24 right, approach Rouge 1906.
5 Kilo, correction, 5 Kilo Juliet, contact the tower 1187.
827, good day.
It was a little late to turn us into the low,
Don't know
so
what
we're
a
going to
Juliet is.
overshoot it. That's fine. I think he's going to capture it back from the other side again. Yeah, overshot the 24 right there a little bit. But the Phoenix is going to go searching, and it's going to find it. And it's going to capture it. Okay, Lokestar, Glide Slope Blue, Cat 3 Dual, Autopilot 1 and 2, 14.1 out, India November Victor.
Flight left to 14,700 for 11,000.
Canada 62, heavy, Toronto arrival, good day, runway 23, the altimeter is 2984, information Tango is current, it's at 8,000.
Descend to 8,000 with Tango.
Alright, let's turn up the sounds. Let's turn up the replay. And let's go manual. Alright, we got tower 18.7. Half a dot. Gear down. Flaps 2. Speed check. Flaps 2. Speed 180.
Rouge 1906, contact the tower 1887, good day.
18.7 for tower, Rouge 1906. Thanks for the ATC. Good night.
Good night.
Toronto Tower, low Rouge 1906, 10 mile final, ILS 24 right.
Rouge 1906, Toronto Tower, good day, continue approach.
Continue, Rouge 1906. Alright, let's fully configure here. Flaps 3. Flaps full.
2,500.
Check. So we're not cleared to land yet. Ground speed 140, looking for about 700 feet a minute. Perhaps we got traffic in front of us.
And number 15 Kilo Juliet, welcome to Toronto. I guess you could make Papa. You can exit right Papa, contact ground 12165. Roger, Papa 12165, back for 15 to 950. Thanks for flying.
It's going to give us landing clearance any second now. We're just pulling out the approach chart here, so it kind of screwed up my glide path, but I fixed it. This approach altitude is 3,000. There we go. And remember, we're not cleared to land just yet. Tower landing clearance for Rouge 1906.
Rouge 1906, my bad. The wind's 270 at 11, clear to land on 24 right.
Clear to land, 24 right, Rouge 1906, thanks. Alright, beautiful, we're clear to land. got some crosswind 1000 check. We got crosswind from the right about 20 knots actually. I'm gonna need some left rudder here. So I'm gonna want to actually kind of plant it. I don't want to butter, but we'll see how it turns out. Check.
Above.
FlightSim Gaming, what's going on, dude? Welcome, welcome.
Minimum.
Landing.
Retard. 5.
Oh, floaty. That was almost a go around. Almost, but we got it down. Spoilers, reverse screen. Diesel. 80. Whew. That kind of floated on me. I think we flared a little bit too much. We tried to go for the butter, but I even told myself don't go for the butter, but still ended up floating a little bit. I did put in that crosswind correction though.
Rouge 1906, welcome to Toronto. You can contact ground 121.65 once you clear.
Order ground 121.65, Rouge 1906, thanks. Alright, let me pull up the airport charts here. One 2165. Stop the replay.
Negative. Lufthansa 9917. I have a re-clearance. A new clearance. I'm going to give you a brand new clearance. Advise how to copy.
Clean up the flaps. Stop the chrono. Hour 57 minutes on the flight time. Toronto ground, hello, it's Rouge 1906, clear of 24 right at Charlie.
Rouge 1906, ground, good evening, taxi Charlie Alpha and Alpha Lima.
Charlie Alpha Alpha Lima, Rouge 1906.
Lufthansa 9917, ground.
Lufthansa 9917, go ahead.
Lufthansa 9917 for the 5th time now. I have a brand new IFR clearance. Are you ready to copy?
Yep, we are ready to copy
Yeah, I need to make this right.
Lufthansa 9917 cleared Frankfurt, depart runway 23, balance unchanged.
So we changed the runway for our departure, right? The stream, Lufthansa 917.
Lufthansa 9917 re-cleared the Frankfurt, depart runway 23, balance unchanged.
Airport, Frankfurt, runway 23, early departure, transition in Gibson, right? Lufthansa 917.
Lufthansa 9917, correct information Victor, call back for taxi.
Okay, Charlie, and then left on Alpha and Alpha Lima to Terminal 3 there, or Terminal 1.
Toronto ground, good evening, Air Canada 507 merge taxi.
Canada 507, for now taxi lane 6, lane 5, hold short off a kilo and call me there.
Taxi lane 6, lane
So
5,
according
hold
to
short off kilo,
landing weight monitor, let's see what we got. 197,
Yeah,
but
just
it
call
was
me short of
floaty.
Alpha Kilo, or once you're
0.97
getting
G,
close.
so it was buttery, but it was
Roger,
floaty.
Canada 507. We'll call back.
I wanted it
for
to be harder and in the touchdown zone. I think it was just barely still in the touchdown zone, but almost a go around there.
Lufthansa 9917, taxi southeastbound on the apron edge, hold short Alpha Mike and call me
Clear
there.
right, and clear-ish left.
Okay, left leg to Mike and for you at that point. The second and 917.
Gonna continue on Charlie here and left on Alpha. So the first one's going to be Bravo.
Lufthansa 9917, runway 23 with Vector altimeter 2984, taxi via Alpha Mike, Alpha Hotel.
That's Bravo right there, and Alpha's the second one.
Hey, Alpha Mike, Alpha Hotel, I will still straight drive, Lufthansa 917.
Lufthansa 9917, verified runway 23 and not runway 23 right?
Yep, 2-3, Lufthansa 917.
Here's Alpha.
Rouge 1906, give way to Lufthansa 747 from the right side, exiting the apron, Alpha Mike.
Giving way to the Lufthansa for Rouge 1906.
Canada 507, runway 23 with Victor, taxi via Alpha Kilo, Alpha Hotel.
Ooh, we got a 7-4.
Runway 23, taxi via Alpha Kilo, Alpha Hotel, Air Canada 507.
And Lufthansa 9917 should be no factor, but give way to Air Canada 321, exiting the apron, right side, Alpha Kilo.
Hey, I have the truck name inside Hotel Lufthansa 917.
He's not on Hotel, because Hotel is very far from you. The traffic is from your right side on Alpha Kilo.
You said Kilo, right?
Alpha Kilo.
Yep, and Alpha Kilo, I have the truck inside right now. Lufthansa 917.
Rouge 1906, your traffic's clear now, you're good to commit.
Roger, Rouge 1906 will enter the ramp from Alpha Lima.
Better.
Alright, next one is Alpha Lima. This one's Alpha Mike. It is pretty hard to see another aircraft at night in front of you like that. So, thanks for joining me today on Toronto Thursdays on VATSIM. And Alpha Lima is the next right coming up.
Toronto ground, Giant 8986, pushing IFR to go to left, take a turn.
Giant 8986, ground, good day, cleared Atlanta, beach 3 departure, Foxy transition, flight plan, depart, runway 23, squawk 1046.
Oh, someone's landing on the north side right now.
It's Atlanta by beach 3, Foxy transition, squawk 1046, Giant 8986. Giant 8986, correct, information vector, call for taxi. Call back for taxi, Giant 8986.
And of course, we got the beautiful FlyTampa CYYZ scenery. Rouge usually parks all over here when I see in real life. At YYZ.
Canada 507 traffic, correction tower is 187.
187 Air Canada 576.
Fine.
Let's not blind the ground crew. And we'll pick any of the gates here, works just fine for Rouge.
Ground Air Canada 62 heavy on hotel. Canada 62, ground, good day, taxi. Let's do Hotel Bravo 1 Alpha Lima, the cross runways 33 left and 33 right.
Hotel Bravo Alpha 1 Lima. And cross the 33 for Air Canada 62.
Canada 62, just verify that taxi
I don't know
instructions
which line
Hotel
to follow. I
Bravo
guess we'll
and
follow
Alpha
this
Lima,
one.
cross both the 33s is correct.
Yep, Hotel Bravo Alpha Lima, cross both the 33.
Correct.
Alright. Gate 165. Parking brakes. Set. APU lead on. Engine 2. Engine 1.
Toronto ground, Air Canada 3-4 request clearance to Toronto, or to Winnipeg, sorry.
Sad to say, I can't give you a clearance, so I could. But Air Canada 3-4, you're clear to Winnipeg by the FSF7 departure, Mesa transition, flight plan route, depart runway 23, so
2 hours and 17 minutes block time, hour and 57.
3371 Air Canada 3-4.
Flight time.
Canada 3-4, getting the full read back on that.
Okay, beacon lights off.
I got depart runway 23. What was the beginning of that one, sorry?
Boarding.
Canada
Requested.
3-4, cleared Winnipeg by the FSF7 departure, Mesa transition, depart
Ooh,
runway
look at the parking
23,
job. We'll take the parking job.
3371.
That's a nice one today.
Delivery of the AF-7 departure. Missed the other one, but depart runway 23 and 1.
Alright, squad. We're gonna disconnect off VATSIM. And let's check out Sim Toolkit Pro. Minus 179. They gave us 179 last time too. So it shows that we just got it, like I said, it was floaty, but just within the touchdown zone, just before the last ticker. A little bit downwind because we had some crosswind from the right, so we drifted off a little bit to the left of center line, but that's the assessment. Still in the touchdown zone. And then landing weight monitor, we got 197.97 G's. 0 degrees bank with 3 degrees pitch. And that's all she wrote. Let's go ahead and reconfigure now for the replay, and we'll get out of here. Thank you so much, guys, for joining me on today's stream, Toronto Thursdays on VATSIM. And I hope you guys enjoyed this A321 Rouge flight as much as I did. If you did, I do appreciate it if you hit the like button on your way out. We'll see if we can get this stream to at least 10 likes. And with that, I'm going to go ahead and redo the GSX stuff and do the replay, and we'll get out of here. Panel states ready. Actually, ground services, turn all this off. Get you all ready for the replay. There we go.
Speed, speed, speed.
You will find valid airport data at this position. Services are not available.
Logo lights, wing lights on. Alright, let's see the replay. We had like 18, 19 knots from the right. So we did get blown off center line a little bit, but I believe I did put in the rudder correction in the end, the decrab. When I heard the call out 10 feet, I gave it some left rudder. Yeah, right here it got a little bit floaty, but we put in our rudder correction right there and let it settle. It was a smooth landing, but I wasn't necessarily going for a smooth one. In crosswind conditions, you want to just put it down and make sure it's you don't get a gust over that or under that wing, that any wing that lifts, creates lift again and makes you float. But let's go over here. Let's look at it from the outside. Let's kind of assess it from the outside here. See how much we got blown off center line. So we're keeping that crab angle into the wind from the right, around 19, 20 knots from the right. And then here you see me not putting enough correction and not enough crab angle, I guess. And then we did try to decrab right there. But I think maybe I kicked the rudder a little too hard. So maybe a little bit less aggressive with the or maybe decrab a little bit later next time. We decrabbed a little bit early. So right here, we should have kept it. Here we started decrabbing. We should have kept it a little bit more, but we also did get like a gust. We kind of ballooned. Or we kind of held it in there and landed a little bit side-loaded, more side-loaded than I would want, but we'll take it. And on the replay, I'll do some, I'll reduce the time, I'll turn down the time to daytime as well so you guys can see clearly. Alright guys, enjoy the rest of the replay, and I'll see you soon. Take care guys, have a good night. See ya!
The year is 1991. Birds and people are living together in seemingly perfect harmony, until one day a young man catches fire. This is Fenix.